Hey everybody, so yesterday we finished up Angle for the light Spotlight, and today we're gonna start Penumbra. Probably will take a couple two um, two sessions to do it. Um, Zero. Okay, so basically, oh well, so I'm kind of okay. So let's go ahead and I jumped the gun. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that it would be so much faster to just do all the lights at one time, do all the materials at one time and all that. But I really do want to work on this project for like the next 10 years. And so I want to make sure that every time that I go and come up to speed on this code that I wrote, every developer who's been around has had the experience of writing some code, coming back to it later and being like, what the heck was I thinking? This doesn't even make any sense, right? We all do that. You start coding and it makes perfect sense while you're working on it, and then when you come back to try to come back up to speed again, you're like, I don't know what I was thinking. And so I definitely want to go back around and around in circles on all these different things and keep doing maintenance on them. Um, but I do want to get all the point light things done now, and then the next time on the next light, I'll go through this process again. So, anyways, I think it does make sense. I did have I have a commit. I mean, I have a bunch of changes that sort of encompass the changes that I made, and for angle. And it seems like this would be a great way just to be able to sort of mimic it. Uh, so um, so basically, in the interface, I added an angle, which was a number. So I'll do that for penumbra. So if you don't remember, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, penumbra is the softness around the outside edge. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but um, we're going to find out. Okay, so then we can go into our ThreeJS service and see that um, I do this angle thing here. So this would be a great place to do the penumbra. And then, and Spotlight is not what we want. And then I'll go into the template and I see that I already have a section carved out for Spotlight. So I might as well do that here. And we'll just add our penumbra. And we don't, the light penumbra, that's fine, the label. And then this form control name doesn't exist yet, so that would be broken. Penumbra. And then, why was it offering me two different spellings? Have I misspelled something somewhere? No. Oh, I think it had an uppercase and a lowercase. And then let's go ahead and go to Chat GPT and whatever his proper use for simulates more, whatever. Penumbra. The gradient transition from full brightness to full shadow. Let's see if we have. And then we'll see if that looks right. And then basically in the light manager, that's where most of the work has to be done. And this actually broke. And I think it, according to ChatGPT, the default is 0 on penumbra. So basically the hardest edge possible. This is where we create the form control. So we know that's a number. And then probably want this exact same code. So we are definitely violating the dry rule. I don't know. Maybe once this code settles out, and I'm not going in here and making changes very often, it might make sense to then get all of that working. And I will say that is probably an example of something that would be a lot easier to do if I had unit tests, because then I could be sure that whatever system I came up with works. And we'll see. For number. Then I think there's one last change down here that needs to be made. And this is the change that, oh yeah, so if it gets changed outside of this, which really at this point the only way that would happen would be if it was animated, and I don't think we'll ever animate this. And that seems to be everything. So let's see if that worked. Okay, we need to add a mesh. We need to move it to -1 so the spotlight has something to shine on. And it needs to respond to light. Now we'll add our light. We'll make it, boy, it is bright. I think, well, I guess it was, sitting at 0. I guess maybe that makes sense. We're going to change that to a spotlight. And it's a penumbra of 0, and so we'll make it a 1. So you see that our, that's too much that's nice. That's too much text down there. 2, 3, 4. Let's try 0.04. So that's pretty much 0, right? 0. So that's 0. And then 1. So yeah, that is softer. That's nice, actually. I think that's real nice. And it was pretty easy to do just because I had some footprints in front of me that I could kind of go off of. I do want to change this to a slider, though, since it can only be 0 to 1. So let's see if we went 10. Oh, that's not true. We were lied to again. Let's try 8. It's kind of weird, though, 7. It is acting in a very strange way. 6, 5, 4. I feel like it's worth leaving because, kind of one of the whole points of this entire project is to be able to see what 3JS does in different situations. This is clearly an error type situation. Whatever that is weird. So 4, and then you make it a 5, and it does Make it a 2. Make it a 3. You know, like I don't know how else you'd be able to test these sorts of things. So I do think that it's worth leaving in there just because 3JS does do stuff in um, the gradient transition. And I'm just going to say 0 to 1. 0 to 1. So like the fact that it will do stuff beyond 1, it would be sort of an undocumented feature, which, you know, you can't really rely on undocumented features. So, but, you know, honestly, that's the whole point of this application at this point, is to be able to see what different things result. And I'm not here to enforce I'm not here to enforce 3JS's rules. I mean, that's not what this application is for. This application is for us to be able to see what 3JS does, you know. So let's, I guess, go ahead and look at, I'm actually very surprised I'm done. And we are only 11 minutes in. Okay, so not only, but let's see if I can quickly figure out what the next property is going to be. Okay, so decay is next. So it should be super simple tomorrow, right? I mean, I have all the other things. Let's see, what are the limits? You know, what is the range? The range. And I don't know about you, but like, it is so much easier to find this sort of information from ChatGPT than oh wow, okay, so basically it definitely supports any number, I think, which means light decreases linearly. What is the default? Oh, it already told me decay is 1. Although it's so weird, this default in 3JS is typically 1. Yeah, greater than 2 is exponential. 0, the light does not decay with distance. And then linear decay. So, yeah, so that's that. I think that went really well. I don't think that is I don't think you can, like, pat yourself on the back and say, oh, this just proves how robust and how maintainable this code is, because I already had these I already had like sort of the example in front of me. If I didn't have if I had to come up to speed again after taking a month off from it, then, and it came this quickly, then it would be like, oh, okay, this is some seriously maintainable code. But since I had to do it this way, since I had to look at the code, and I mean, since I had the example code, that doesn't mean anything. Now, after lights, I'll do something in, I don't know, I don't think I have anything to do in scene. I'll see if I can find something in scene, and then we'll go back to animations. We'll go back through mesh, go back through camera, and come back to light. And, you know, when I add a new light, which I don't really think there are that many other lights, but I'm not sure. I guess that would be a good question for 3JS. What kind of lights are there? I'm sure I've already asked this question. So ambient, I haven't done yet, so that might be next. I think ambient, directional. No. Oh, so I have not done a directional light. Point light we have, spotlight we have. Have not done a hemisphere light. Uh-oh. I wonder if I ran out of credits. Rect area light, we have not done. Spotlight shadow, have not done. Oh, well, it's just some shadow stuff. Oh, so that's pretty cool. I guess that works like in conjunction with um, one of the other lights. So, so that actually we have done. It would just be an addition to, and we'll, probably we'll end up doing that um, as part of this effort. Light probe captures the light from surrounding environment to eliminate the scene. Okay, that's going to be pretty funny to deal with. I don't even know. Light probe, light probe. But anyways, so yeah, so we still have a bunch of lights to add. Um, so, as we work around. So anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.